Boston Celtics, congratulations. And Chicago made a nice run. You made it close there at the end. You got within 3 with like 3 minutes left, but couldn't get over that hump and actually take a lead there at the end. And played hard in this game, no doubt. You took a 8-point lead early on. It got away from you, but you stayed in it. You cut into the lead by 7 points in the third quarter, and you kept making these little runs in the fourth, and it just wasn't enough. But a couple months ago, it looked like this team was dead in the water. It looked like Vinny was going to get fired. Sorry. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's eventually a announcer's going to mess up on that one, and it's going to be really bad. In fact, I think in a game earlier this season, an announcer accidentally said, Anyway, it was really looking like this team was going nowhere. They made the Brad Miller trade, and things have worked out well for them. Ben Gordon, just, a complete fireball when he's feeling it. Derrick Rose, Rookie of the Year, and all that. But, Boston, I thought they were going to win this game. I thought they were going to win by 5 or less. They ended up winning by 10. That really doesn't matter because this was a very close game that did come down to the last couple minutes. Excuse me. Looking at this game, Ben Gordon wasn't hitting his field goals. He missed a ton of shots in this game. I think he ended up going like 4 of 18 after hitting his first 3. He started the game on fire. He just cooled off. I think the Bulls went away from him for a little bit and probably shouldn't have. And he hit a lot of free throws. I think he made like 17, 18 free throws in this game or something crazy. He made a lot of free throws, but from the field, it just wasn't going for him. It felt like early in the game he was hitting his shots. I don't know what happened. Derrick Rose played pretty well. The stat line, it's not really there, but I felt like he was hitting his shots. There was a period in the game where he was taking too many jumpers because that's not his game. Too many jumpers. He needs to just, take mid-range shots, drive to the hoop, whatever. And I felt when he did that, he was hitting just about everything he got. John Salmons, I felt, made a lot of mistakes in this game. I think he hurt them. Tyrese Thomas was a non-factor. Joakim Noah actually made his presence known on the boards. He did foul out eventually, but I felt like he played okay. And, this was a guy who was slated to be a bust not too long ago, so he did all right. Kirk Heinrich and Brad Miller, I felt like they did some bad things in this game. Like, there was a period when the Bulls were just getting slaughtered when they went down like 14 at the end of the second. And it was like they kept running the same play over and over where someone would dribble in, run into a wall, and just kick back out to Brad Miller around the free throw line. And that play's not going anywhere. Just stop it. That play is just doomed. But he ended up doing some positive things. Heinrich, I felt like he did some dumb fouls, made some dumb mistakes, but he did have 16 points off the bench. So it wasn't enough from Chicago. They needed some more threes from Gordon. They needed some more plays made by Rose. They needed more stuff from Salmons. They needed a little bit of a lot of different things, but they played hard. I don't think anybody thought this series was going to go 7. I don't think people thought Chicago was going to push the Celtics like this. So, for Boston, Rondo, I felt, was playing really smart until the end of the game. He started missing free throws and turning it over. I don't know what happened, but he wasn't scoring in this game, so he needed to make sure that the other aspects of his game were clean, and they were until near the end when he was screwing up a little bit. Excuse me. Ray Allen, solid, very solid, 23 points, 7 boards, hit a couple threes, made all his free throws when the Celtics needed to close out the game at the end. Perkins, 14 and 13, that's what he does. Pierce played decent, 20 points, 9 boards, that's okay. Again, it looked like he might have not had anything left, but he just put it all out there on the line to make sure they got this win, and he contributed somewhat. Glenn Davis was all right too, and the bench, that's what was shocking here. Scalabrine hit a couple 3-pointers off the bench, 8 points. Eddie House was money, hit all 5 of his shots in this game, 16 points, 4 3-pointers, 4 out of 4 from there. Mickey Moore had a tap in or two that was kind of sort of important. Marbury, I don't know. I don't know why he's playing on this team because he is terrible. He was good at the end of the regular season, which is kind of odd because Celtics fans are thinking, oh man, this guy's going to be good for us, because when they first signed him he was awful, but in the last 3 weeks of the regular season he was money, and then he just went away. He's terrified of shooting jumpers, which he should be because he can't hit them anymore. He's not doing a good job of distributing it or anything, so I don't know what he's doing out there, but Eddie House was so huge off the bench for them. Their 3rd leading scorer, didn't waste any shots, so it was a great game, great series. This Game 7 wasn't as good as, I contend this Game 7 was not as good as Game 1, Game 2, Game 4, Game 5, or Game 6, but it was a very good game. It was competitive, it came down to it, so props to both sides. Boston, you're moving on. I think you're going to play Orlando, and Chicago, just be happy you were there, be happy you were so close. This team's obviously going to go somewhere if they, keep the pieces, and that's all I got. I'm out. Now, I guess since round 2 starts tomorrow, I should talk about round 2, even though it's not completely set yet, so I'll do that now.